tech inspection. But let's hope that turns out to be the final finish order, because it was a good one in our Heat 1A. And I've been reading an awful lot of sponsor spots this weekend. I will continue to do so as Seafair thanks everybody that is helping to put this event on. I don't think there is a better time to say this particular one, as Seafair would like to say thank you to Graham Trucking and Rob Graham. Graham Trucking is a winning team in container transportation since 1983. And, oh, by the way, they are 4-time Seafair champions.
Brett.
With that which we just saw, we might see a 5th if J. Michael Kelly has it his way. Nate, what do you got for us?
I got Jamie. He looks a little bit tired, like he actually had a boat race out there.
Yeah, you know, this U11 J&Ds presented by Reliable Diamond Tool. The boat ran great, so we just got a little out of position there at the start. Got up there a little early, but fortunately we avoided getting a penalty going too slow, you know, unlike the 7. So thought better of it, thought stay clean, get our points, and move forward.
No, that's great. Did torque very much out there that time?
No, a lot better, you know. There's some guy that did a lot of work on a skid fin and a rudder there in Tri-Cities, and I think it's really paying off.
Who was that?
I think the guy holding this microphone, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's actually your whole crew. Your whole crew does a fantastic job with this race boat, and I'm really glad you had a decent run out there.
Hey, thanks, Nate.
Great job, Nate. Nate is a full-service announcer, and he takes any announcing work that I have done to a whole new level. He not only announces the races, if the team needs some help, he fixes the boat, too, while he's there. Great job, Mr. B. Seafair would like to take this opportunity to thank the HomeStreet Bank. HomeStreet Bank was born in Seattle, and for nearly 100 years, we've been your neighbor and a passionate supporter of local communities. From sponsoring special events like the HomeStreet Bank Cup at Seafair Weekend to nurturing basic needs, investing in our local culture has always been part of HomeStreet Bank's DNA. HomeStreet Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Thank you from Seafair to HomeStreet Bank.
Brad?
Yes, sir.
I've got another young man who looks cool as a cat.
He always does.
You're a good-looking kid, buddy. You know that.
Thanks, Nate.
And I don't mean it that way, Andrew. Really, I don't. But no, a good run out there. You're flying it high. You got wet. I mean, tell me about that corner where either he slid out or you kind of caught that tail. What happened?
Yeah, I was running a little tight there to him. Don't see the buoys there when you're behind and outside, so I'm not sure what happened. I thought I had a good arc, you know, but like I said, I was probably a little too tight. Didn't account for that spray coming off the right side of the boat. So yeah, I got a little right, had to make a bit of a right-hand turn, and unfortunately that was the race in Heat 1A.
Yeah, it was. It looked like from my spot, but I'm glad you didn't put the fire out. That takes some skill right there too as well. So whatever you did to get it back out of that, did a good job.
Yeah, the Delta Real Track boat's running good, and it takes a lot to extinguish that fire.
All right, especially with you behind the wheel. Good job, Andrew. Thanks.
And special thanks to you too, Nate Brown. You're doing a great job. I know what it is like to run from boat to boat to boat down there talking to people. It's terrific, and you're doing yeoman's work. Seafair would like to remind our race fans to make sure to stop by the Seafair souvenir booth to get a new Blue Angel shirt or a Seafair hoodie to show your loyalty to Seattle's favorite tradition. You can also find skipper pins, hats, and lots more to remember this wonderful Seafair weekend. Don't forget Seafair merchandise right in Genesee Park, right across Lake Washington Boulevard from the entrance to Stan Sayers Memorial Park. I'm half expecting Nate to just jump in here with somebody else. The guy's just been going from dock to dock down there. He's got to go a little further to get over to Bert.
I have somebody if you guys want me to. I've got him right. I got to find him here. They're getting the boat out of the water.
You've got somebody, but you have to find him, okay?
That's... Get a thumbs up from Mark to find out if he's getting me on the microphone here. My headphone's cutting out, but as long as you got the mic, I'll keep looking for Bert.
Yeah. I think you're looking good.
I can't find the driver, but I got Dave Bardish. Dave, are you here? Yeah, you're shaking your head. No, yeah, you are.
I'm here.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Dave, how many boats do you have back in Detroit?
I can't remember.
15?
Probably more than that if you're talking vintage.
20?
Maybe.
Here's a guy who's got 20 unlimited hydroplanes in his shop. So he blows the dust off of one, brings it out here, and does pretty darn good. Okay, I'm going to jump up in the truck. Actually, I'm at Bert. Bert, come on down, buddy. I'm on the PA looking like silly because I don't have the driver in front of me, and I'm live on the PA. But so it's amazing that these boats are designed to go fast, yet you really want them to go so slow.
Yeah, I mean, we were at the wrong place at the wrong time, you know, and coming up for the start, you know, I was going below 80, and, you know, like that was a penalty. So, you know, water's coming everywhere. You can't really see all that much, but, you know, it is what it is. And so we're going to regroup and get them back in the next heat.
Well, good shot. And you know, one thing about a gamble like that, especially with 3 fast boats, if it paid off and they didn't catch you, you'd have a good shot at it. If it didn't pay off, you have 4th place points.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take the fourth place points, but, you know, I'm disappointed in myself and, you know, not being where I should have been. But, you know, like I said, we're going to regroup and forget about that and go on to the next heat.
All right, Bert, thanks again.
4, 3, 2, 1, mark. 5-minute gun. Green flag on the course.
To go boat racing. Here's who will be racing in Heat 1B, presented for Seafair by Graham Trucking. Seafair thanks HomeStreet Bank, proud sponsor of the HomeStreet Bank Cup. Start of Heat 1B is in a few minutes away. Seafair reminds that for you and the safety around you, the friends around you, you must be out of the water when the hydros are on the Ted Jones race course. Now it's time to get out of the water and enjoy the world's fastest race boats. Heat 1B, presented for Seafair by Graham Trucking. We're here to call the race will be Brad Luce and Nate Brown.
Thank you very much, Kay Brewer. Looking at the clock, we are 3 minutes and 45 seconds to the start. 3:45, now 3:42. To the start of our Heat 1B, it is sponsored and presented for Seafair by Graham Trucking. Let's quickly take a look again at the boats in this heat. The U-98, the Graham Trucking American Dream, driven by Corey Peabody. It is red, white, and blue. And Corey, I know, came away from the dock. I see him. He's up at the top end of the race course, coming off of the floating bridge turn. Going to be joined in this one by the U-1918, the Oberto Super Salami, driven by Jeff Bernard. That's the boat that's right at the entrance pin of the corner right now. And on his right side, and right in his right side rear view mirror, U6, the Miss HomeStreet, Jimmy Shane. He's our top qualifier. And rounding out our 4-boat field, the U-99.9 CarStar powered Miss Rock KISW with Brian Perkins coming across start-finish line right now. And the guy who is running around the pit area from one end to the other, Nate, you made it back.
I did, Brad. It's those stairs. I'm going to count them next time, but
there's 2 more the next time you go
yeah,
up.
This is great cardio for me. I tell you, my age is wonderful. Wore-out boat racer climbing stairs.
Your cardiologist will be very happy with you. Tomorrow morning, you'll be happy to see 5 more stairs on each flight. We're 2 minutes and 30 seconds to the start. That looks like a 7 on there, but pretend it's a 2.
Yeah,
we thought we got a countdown
to
to 5 to the 5, and it was a countdown to 5. So we were a little tardy on our start. We had some mix-up on the official clock. But we're 2 minutes and 14 seconds away from the start. The situation is the same as before. Idea is to put your boat at the start-finish line with open water and a full head of steam right when the clock ticks 0. Don't get across that line too early. You get a 1-minute penalty. If you're a couple of seconds late or don't have boat speed, you're going to trail everybody into the first turn. And that's what these timing marks, Nate, are all about.
That's exactly right. These guys are out there jockeying right now. You saw Jeff he had to hit his mark, so he squirted right through in front of the other boat and went right around the corner.
Corey's going to have to go too, because they were going to get down here with a minute 30, and they're just not going to be able to scruff off that much time without dropping below 80 miles an hour. Now, here comes, yes.
They both got a warning too already. The 1918 and the 98 both got a warning, so they were probably going too slow coming down and trying to hit that mark.
So they've got to be careful. That's great. Good call. They've got to be careful now and make sure they stay above 80 miles an hour. Should not be a problem from where they are right now, because there's a minute 15 to the start, and Jeff is just now coming across start-finish line. And entering the lower corner down here is Brian Perkins in the 99.9 as we come up on the 1 minute mark with 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 mark. 1 minute. 1 minute to the start of our Heat 1B, presented for Seafair by Graham Trucking. Up the backstretch, and he is sitting in lane number 1, Nate, is Brian Perkins in that brand new 99.9 CarStar powered Miss Rock.
He's a smidgy early. It's going to be tough for him to stay 80 and get a good squirt to the start. Jimmy, on the other hand, is really in a good spot right now.
Yeah, Jimmy's going to come up behind him. That's Jimmy Shane driving the powder blue and white HomeStreet Bank. The Miss HomeStreet lane 3 is going to go to Jeff Bernard. We've got a warning on the 99.9. So now everybody's had a warning with the exception of Jimmy Shane, but I think they're in a position now. Of course, the 99.9 Perkins, he's got to be careful as he's getting deep into that corner, although the rest of the field is starting to catch up on him now. Coming up on 15 seconds to the start. It's about a 9-second run off of that top end of the race course to the start-finish line. So they are a little early. We are inside 10 seconds, and now we're up on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. And it looks like a clean start. And Jeff Bernard in the 1918 going to get down here first. The start is under review, which means the officials are going to take a look at it. On my watch and my angle, it looked pretty good. Jimmy Shane in lane number 1. Look how important that lane position is as Bernard took the lead into the corner, but that inside lane, Nate, paying dividends for Jimmy Shane.
The closer in, the less time pace around the course, but I didn't think it was a good start. It looked like a couple of guys were either right on it or a little bit over it, so it'll be interesting to see what they come back with.
All right, top end of the race course, we got a good two-boat duel. The two boats that are owned by the citizens of Madison, Indiana are very close together at the top end of the race course. There's Shane, there's Bernard. It's the Oberto on the outside. Oberto Super Salami and Jeff Bernard trying to run down his buddy Jimmy Shane, and doing it on the outside is a tall order because it is Shane with about 3, maybe 4 boat lengths on Bernard to the entrance pin of the corner. All Jimmy Shane. Got a good race going out front. We've got a good race going for 3rd place. Keep an eye on that one, Nate. You got a good boat race going.
I tell you what, I mean, Corey Peabody is doing great to stay up with the 99.9 like that. He's doing awesome, and so is Jeff Bernard. I'm really happy to see 2 teammates actually going deck to deck out there and pushing it. You wouldn't think that would normally happen, but I think these guys are teammates, but they're going for it on the course.
I think they are racing for 2 very separate and distinct sponsors, and the sponsor says go, and they are going. So we're at the top end of the race course on the second of 3 times around. Shane to the exit pin of the corner up there. Still got his right side rear view mirror full of Jeff Bernard. But look at this race coming for 3rd. You talk about Peabody doing a good job. He's driving a great big race course. He's running about lap number 4 versus Perkins, who's on the inside and 1. Yet look at Mr. Peabody.
It's doing a great job staying in clean water because it doesn't always mean inside. If he goes closer right now, he's going to get in the spray and get in the trough. But he's got to hold tight to that 3rd lane right now to get this one.
You have much better eyes than I do, Nate Brown, because we've just got it official. They have come down with a ruling on the start. The 1918, which is Jeff Bernard in the Oberto Super Salami and the U98 Corey Peabody, they both jumped the start. Yep. So they're going to get a 1-minute penalty. Wow, what that does for Mr. Perkins. He just now gets elevated up to 2nd place. Clearly, Jeff Bernard got the message. He has pulled his foot. Perkins is going to go by him anyway, but here comes the winner of our Heat 1B, presented for Seafair by Graham Trucking, Jimmy Shane. Miss HomeStreet will come home in first. Then Jeff Bernard's going to come across.